Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Aokana. I just came back from the gym, and as usual, I also got some snacks before I started recording this session. But yeah, I came back maybe like 30 minutes ago or something, and I was thinking, I've actually been thinking this for the past week or so. I don't know if you guys watch a lot of YouTube speedrun stuff, but I used to watch a lot of speedruns, mostly Mega Man stuff, mostly for my, like, you know, nostalgic days of gaming. So like Wild Arms, a lot of JRPGs, SMT. Like, I don't know if you guys are even into that sort of thing, right? Nowadays, I don't really game as much anymore. So the reason why I'm bringing this up, by the way, is that there's actually been a huge, like, not even drama, it's like a huge illegal thing that's been going on with like charity fraud and whatnot in the speedrun. Well, not speedrun technically, but like there's this YouTube channel called The Completionist, which has been I guess charity frauding for the past 10 years. Because they got the money, but they actually did not give the money to the charities that they were saying they would be giving them to. But yeah, I'm not like I'm not gonna, you know, like bother you guys with that sort of thing. If you guys are interested in that, probably just take a look at that on YouTube and whatnot. But because of the recent like speedrun stuff, I've been comparing like speedrunning to the way Inui does her thing, right? So what she does is she does research. She has the skills, and then she does the necessary steps to get a good time, right? So she squashes people's abilities. She researches what they do and whatnot, right? She looks for loopholes. The reason why I haven't been comparing her to a speedrunner is because speedrunners, I respect them a lot, right? They do a lot of ridiculous stuff just to shave off that extra couple of seconds. They do a lot of innovative stuff. They try to get into like glitches and whatnot, frame perfect, insanely, you know, glitch that they can do and pull off consistently. Some speedruns last more than like 20 plus hours, which is mind-boggling to me. How do you have like that like focus for that amount of time? A 2-hour speedrun is already intense enough, but a 20-hour one is just nuts. So the reason why I did not compare her to speedrunning is because unlike speedrunners, which they're also like very respectful to people who are casuals, right? They respect people who play the game as is. Of course, they have pride in themselves for speedrunning the game, but they don't go around like looking down on people. And that is what Inui is doing, in my opinion. By saying that, you know, like what you're doing is not real FC and whatnot, that is very disrespectful, right? I think more so than the fact that I find her style of FCing boring, it's the fact that she does that. She gives off that impression that she's the best and she can squash anyone that's below her is what got me not liking her. Because I start thinking about, is that really why I dislike her? Because her gameplay is boring? And yeah, I asked that question quite a lot and I don't think so, right? I guess it's boring in terms of it's not like you know, flashy and whatnot, but it's still impressive what she did. So I was like thinking about, why am I undermining or undercrediting what she's done, even though it is pretty amazing. So there you go. That is my reasoning of why I dislike Inui. So I'm sorry for you guys that that aren't here for my rambles and stuff, but a lot of the things that sometimes bother me, I try to think about them and see the reasoning of why I feel a certain way about something, right? Because when you hate something, there's always gonna be a reason why. If you like something, there's also gonna be a reason why. Basically, any sort of thing that you feel always has an underlying reason. At least that's how I work. People might not necessarily be, you know, thinking too deep about this, but I like introspection. But okay, enough about my rambles. That took like 5 minutes. Let's talk about the last episode recap. On the last episode, we basically found a way to counter Inui, right? We perfected it, or, you know, quote-unquote perfected it. I do feel like it's a bit fast for Misaki to perfect it, but I guess they don't want the game to go on for too long, at least for this route. So I'm guessing this episode might be the last episode for Misaki's route, if we can jump straight to the tournament arc in a tiny bit. But yeah, other than perfecting the so-called inverted flight, we also got an H scene. Gosh, the H scene is... There's nothing wrong with the H scene. I think I said this multiple episodes ago too. But I just dislike H scenes in general during story segments. I feel like they kinda derail a tiny bit from the pacing. But I guess it's fine. I mean, these are the games that we play, right? I can't deny that back when I was like a young teenager, the H scenes were a driving factor of why I play these games in the first place. But okay, this is exactly after that, I believe. So we are going to continue on, and this might be the finale for Misaki's route. We all cry out. That was beautiful. Misaki managed to easily pull a whole meter apart from Masked Skywalker. It's proof that she has them in the palm of her hand now. That was great. Return to your positions and take it from the top. Also, Misaki, use that FC mind of yours. This is your first time putting these tactics into practice. Let's see you throwing in feints and other tricks too. Misaki's voice resounds through the headset. Yeah, it's completely different from how she was at first. Still, it's exhausting work that tends to leave her unstable by the end. So I think she needs to train her back muscles and abs more. Thanks, man. I think this is the first time he called, like, Prez man. What's that? Yeah. The mysterious Masked Skywalker is trying to keep the pressure up like they have done in all the prior sessions. That is, closing in from above Misaki while blocking her escape routes. Until this point, Misaki's always ended up pressed down to water level, unable to do anything, or launch into a reckless assault that sees her easily deflected. However, her inverted flight allows her to ignore the pressure from Masked Skywalker and assert her dominance. Flying inverted against a player trying to keep the height advantage has you drawing in close and exerting pressure on each other. It ends up bringing the match down to a small scale. Yeah. Oh! Masked Skywalker abruptly launches forward. Misaki responds in kind. Masked Skywalker arches backward and pushes their legs out, leaving them flying vertically. Misaki rises into the space previously occupied by Masked Skywalker's upper body. They drew her in perfectly with that feint. She got cocky, so there goes her balance. Maybe she was too excited over her progress and got ahead of herself. Masked Skywalker may have drawn Misaki in, but they'll need to rotate around her back in order to touch it. How do they plan on pulling that off? Masked Skywalker begins to pull down as Misaki heads on up. They're pulling into a low yo-yo, giving away the height advantage to target the boy. Misaki touches Master Skywalker's back. Nice! My impressions leave my mouth before I can even register them. Master Skywalker was tricked by Misaki. As she claimed the height advantage, they'd pulled into a low yo-yo toward the boy. Misaki had twisted into a forward roll while ascending, returning to normal flight and pulling into a low yo-yo of her own. As a fighter, her initial velocity is much greater than Master Skywalker's, allowing her to easily touch their exposed back. She is incredible. Her chances of getting points are way higher now than at the start. An angelic halo. I was gonna say hollow there. Because that's the, you know, it's the pronunciation in my native tongue, really. So it's easier, like, it took me a while to actually say halo. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. A really bizarre move that Aoi-san used on the world stage. You fly at ultra high speeds and rings around your opponent to stop them from being able to move. It's way too hard for most Skywalkers to pull off. It allows you to completely dominate your opponent, so it should be effective against Inui's playstyle. Though that's the reason Aoi-san abandoned that technique. I doubt I'll ever see it in action again. Wait, what did she say? He say? Completely dominate your opponent. Yeah, I think so. Without the contrails from your shoes dazzling your opponent, you don't inspire the same levels of fear. I doubt you'd have much of a chance of winning if you encountered someone using that technique. However, inverted flight is far more usable than the angelic halo is. I'm not so sure about that one. I speak into my headset. Hey, so Shirase-san just suggested we call that fighting style of yours Super Package Mold. Thoughts? I think she actually said hold instead of mold. Looks like we're gonna make it in time for the fall tournament. So, I also talk about how Misaki not winning and still continuing and whatnot is something that I couldn't really understand, right? And yeah, it turns out I think it is something that only people at the very top would try to... Or yeah, it's something that people at the very top that tries to... Like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not tries to, but it's something that people at the very top that can feel that sort of anxiety, right? Like, I can understand anxiety that you won't be able to win something, but I don't really have that mindset where I want to be number one, right? That is just not like in my personality. And if you kind of are confident enough that you're at the very top and you want to reach number one, so Misaki's fear and anxiety makes a lot more sense. This also happens, or I also got this this answer from watching a lot of speedrunners again. So I watched this guy called Carl Jobs, and he made a very good video about a Mario's 64 speedrun. That's like perfect. And when I saw, you know, the speedrunner's reaction when he got that perfect run, I was like, damn. I don't think that's something that I would be able to do, right? Not like, yeah, the speedrun I can't do, of course, but that sort of reaction is also not something that I can do, you know? Like, that's something that you can only achieve if you're, like, at the top of the top, right? It's like an insane sort of euphoria that you feel. Because you've been doing the same thing, you've been grinding the same thing over and over again, and then you suddenly reach it, that, you know, that euphoria, that top, top gameplay. So yeah, it's kind of like I adapt a loser's perspective, you know? But I feel like I'm not... I feel like this way of thinking is a lot easier on life, you know? But yeah, I feel like it's a loser's way of... loser's way of thinking, though. Doesn't mean that I'm a loser or anything, but it's just that I know for a fact that I'm grounded by reality, and I don't really want to try that hard to reach like #1 in anything. I guess I'm kind of rambling again, but it's just something very interesting to me. And yeah, I get to know myself a lot more too by understanding myself, or by understanding specific things that I feel. So there you go. Yeah. Don't get me wrong though, I still do stuff at my very best, right? When I go to the gym, I always push myself and whatnot. But I never compare myself to, like, say, the best of the best. Because like I said, I'm also grounded by reality. A lot of people that go to the gym that are #1 definitely took steroids and whatnot. Not to undermine their effort though, right? They still work their ass off because of that. But you just gotta have that sort of, you know, like a... not objective view. What's the word I'm looking for? A more grounded view, right? I guess I'm just, to some degree, it's actually what's limiting myself, because when you limit yourself in your thinking, it also applies to how you like, do something too. But okay, enough rambling about that, okay? Let's just continue the story. Misaki looks up into the sky as she flies. She's flying inverted, so I can't see her face. I wonder what kind of expression she has. What's up? This again? Cut it out. Look.
みんなのためにも私のためにもマサヤのためにも勝つから
Yeah, you're gonna win.
負けたら死ぬほど落ち込むよでも落ち込むって落ち込むだけのことだからさ
Yeah, that's what she's afraid of though. She's worked so hard for so long, but that could all come crashing down around her at the tournament. The winner could be determined before they even step out in the field. So just how much resolve has gone into Misaki declaring that she's going to win? Just imagining how she must feel has me breaking out in goosebumps. Misaki cries up to the sky. What? Misaki suddenly squishes Mr. Shito into my face. Been a while since we heard Misaki's theme. The hell are you doing? Have you lost it? No, seriously. What the hell are you making Mr. Shito say? Misaki finally removes the doll from my face.
マサヤはそう思わない？
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is definitely a hot dog, right? But if she's talking about lewd, I guess I can kind of see that. Maybe we should take you to see a doctor. I hear there's an illness where you see everything as sexual.
病気じゃないと思う。マサヤのとある部位に少し似ている気がするんだけどな。横に2つ並んでるところとか。
Huh? Ah! Why do you always have such weird thoughts? And why would you thinking that make you shove him in my face? Give me back my innocence.
リアルに想像したらワクワクしてきたかも。マサヤがそういう目に遭うってどういう状態？楽しそう。
Wait, is she not talking about, you know, the female genitalia? What is she talking about? Not at all. You're making me feel sorry for poor Mr. Shito.
残念。実はシトウ君はこういうギャグが心の底から大好き。
I actually don't know what she's talking about now. Have you ever considered just like not self-inserting into the plushie?
そんなことより。
Not this shit again.
おいマサヤ。
What is it, Mr. Shito? Apparently, Mr. Shito is the type to change the topic of conversation on a whim.
夏が終わってしまうでげすよ。せっかくの夏なのに夏らしいこと何にもしてないりゅん。せっかく可憐な彼女がいるのにどういうことにょんかな。
I hope we're not gonna do an H scene. Please don't, Misaki. You should figure out an actual speech pattern for Mr. Shito before he goes through an identity crisis.
なあもう。
Misaki throws both her arms into the air. I wouldn't mind another date arc, okay, Misaki? But I would mind an H scene.
せっかくの夏なのにしたことといえば砂浜で若い肉体を散々に責められ、空で痛いけな若い肉体を責められ、若い肉体を鞭で打たれ紐で吊るされ思い出すだけで夏なのに寒気が。
One mention of your young supple body would have been enough. You sound like a total perv. Besides, I don't remember doing any of that.
記憶にない。うちなしじゃ生きていけない体にしておいてひどすぎる。
What the hell is she on? Where would I even get a whip from?
ホームセンターかな。
Maybe, but I wouldn't know.
とにかく今日は体を休める日だよね。
Messiah is lying, by the way. There's lots of S&M stuff in Japan. Just go to the nearest, like, Donki. Training your muscles to the limit day after day is an inefficient training method. You need to insert the appropriate amount of rest days in between, or else you won't be able to recover from your fatigue. Well, there is a training method where you can do full body every single day, Messiah, without any rest days. You just have to, you know, not push yourself that much that you can't recover in 24 hours. That's why we're doing simulations with Mr. Shito to train your mind instead of your muscles.
今日のノルマはほとんど終わったじゃない。これからいつも通りにキャッキャしたりチュッチュしたりして今日という日を終えるつもりなの？
Don't call it smooching. It's embarrassing. We should at least try to hide things a little.
家族が外に出てるからといって若い男女が密室でキャッキャしたりチュッチュしたりしてるのは異常なことでは？
No way. This is totally normal. I am not sure how to... I am not familiar, as I said, with this, so I don't know whether or not, like, kissing too many times is normal. For newly established couples, unhealthy maybe, but not unnatural.
密室に閉じこもって悶々をぶつけ合うなんてそんなみだらなこと夏じゃなくてもできる。
Don't call it lewd. She dramatically stares off into the distance.
今夏が終わろうとしてるんだよ。夏の泣く声が聞こえるよ。美咲ちゃんと遊びたいって。
Sounds like you're way into the fairies.
私は
Away with the fairies.
メンヘラだから。前も忠告したけど言動には気をつけた方がいい。これはマサヤのことを思って言ってあげてるの。本当だよ。
Why do you sound so proud of that? Well, I guess everyone needs a change of pace now and again. I have been forcing her to go hard without any breaks since she resumed practice. It must be stressful. Stress leads to tense muscles, which makes you get tired faster. The mental aspect of it means you don't recover as quickly either. And Misaki's the emotionally weak type as it is. I've been too negligent, both as her coach and as her boyfriend. Fine, let's go do something summery. Misaki throws her hands up in celebration. I can't believe you just said Misaki's not, you know, strong mentally.
しようこいつらここまでするのかと夏に思わせてやろう夏がごめんなさいするまで私は許さない覚悟だ
Yeah, I guess she does put on, like, quite the front, right? Always happy-go-lucky and whatnot. Never really showing her true feelings. I've got no idea what you mean, but I can tell you're excited. How about we go for a swim in the ocean?
水着は着たいけど海は練習を思い出すから嫌
Oh, good point. She's been flying above the ocean and running along the beaches so much that she mentally links them with FC. I doubt she'd be able to fully enjoy herself. Why not just go to a water park? Wanna wear your swimsuit in the club room then?
そんな特殊な行為は絶対に嫌そんなことをしでかしたらいろいろな意味で私もマサヤもただでは済まない未来が簡単に見える
Hate to say it, but you're right. I was really hoping she'd go for it.
そういう身だらさから離れようよ
What? My darling girlfriend wants, she shall get. I thought that was actually gonna be a question, that's why I said what in that way. When you think of a wholesome summer, you think of... How about the mountains?
体を休ませる時間に登山をするなんて正気とは思えない
Good point. Guess that means walking or cycling are both out.
当然だね炎天下で運動とか休みの日にすることではない
Nothing strenuous on the body then. How about the Iron Mall or the arcade?
季節関係ないマサヤ今は夏なんだよ
I don't know what people do in summer, to be honest. Maybe they probably go to the beach. The reason why I don't know is because it's constantly summer here in, Southeast Asia. How do you plan on making summer beg for mercy when you're vetoing all outdoor activities?
そこを考えるのがマサヤの役目じゃない夏ならではの怠惰な過ごし方というのがあるはずだってば
I thought her problem was that she didn't want to laze around. Like sitting under an air conditioner doing nothing?
結局密室で汗だくになりながらチュッチュするしかないということか
It's not our only choice. Let's think about this from the top. Imagine summer.
夏のイメージ降り注ぐ太陽朝から30度超え寝汗びっしょりの目覚め早朝から熱中症の危機汗で張り付くシャツ何もしてないのに奪われていく体力
You just hate summer.
いやいや好意で言ってるのそうやって痛めつけられるの割と好きマサヤは知らないかもしれないけど私は意外とまずいとこあるから
No. You've made that pretty damn obvious, actually. There are positive things, too. Like ice cream, watermelons. Rhinoceros beetles? Yukata, you know? Misaki points at me with a snap. What?
それだ浴衣だそういう夏私が求めているのは圧倒的にそれ浴衣っぽい爽やかなイメージそれをしよう
Do you have one? Man, I must be a pretty boring person because to me, I feel like I live in a tropical climate, but even if I do live in a subtropical climate, I probably wouldn't do anything seasonal. Like whether it's spring, whether it's autumn, whether it's summer or winter, I probably just do the same routine.
ある確かタンスの一番下に入っていたはず
Misaki zooms over to her dresser and opens the bottom drawer, pulling out a beautiful length of cloth.
ほらあった浴衣だ着替えちゃおうかなマサヤがどうしてもって言うなら着替えてもいいんだけど
This is gonna lead to an H scene, isn't it? I can already see her wearing the yukata and Masaya being very, horny. You absolutely must! I'm begging you!
そう言われてしまっては彼女として着替えないわけにはいかないな今からそうしてあげるからはい後ろを向いて目をつぶって
Got it.
着替えてるとこ見たい？
Of course I do. What man wouldn't want to see their girlfriend changing? I even peeked on her changing just after we started up our club.
そこまで素直に生まれると見せてあげたくなるんだけど、そうするとマサヤが我慢できなくなって密室チュッチュルートに直行してしまうのでやめておこうかな。
Can't say I blame you, really. You're gonna be able to change into that on your own, though.
残念ながらできるのよね。
That was a really weird sentence there. Ugh, that sucks. I'll turn around and keep my eyes shut.
悶々として待ってろ。
Why do you do this game? I can hear the rustling of clothes behind me. Misaki must be stripping. That thought has me suffering just as Misaki instructed me to. My imagination runs wild, filling in for what I can't see. I start thinking that there must be something wrong with me for not turning around when there's a semi-naked girl right behind me. If I had just the slightest fraction of courage, I'd get an eyeful. No, I can't. I mustn't. I stay still and do as I promised. A coach-cum-boyfriend must never break his promises. But... Shut up, Messiah.
今私はどんな格好をしているでしょう。
So you guys on YouTube are probably not gonna be able to see Venus Blood Frontier playthrough until this is done uploading. But I'm playing that at the same time as I'm recording the session for this, right? Throughout the week. I do 3 episodes of this and 2 of Venus Blood Frontier. But I keep saying this. I am not very good at... you know, being in the shoes of an MC who's like Messiah, right? Like, he is way too horny. Like, I can understand being horny and evil, and then you're like super rapey because I play rants, but when you're horny and you don't do anything and you're like super timid about it. So basically like soy boys, beta boys like Messiah here, it just doesn't match with my personality. I feign calmness. Didn't you just take off your clothes?
そうです。下着姿の女の子が後ろにいるんだよ。下着ハンラハンラ。
Ugh, why are you trying to test me?
いつマサヤが理性の鎖をちぎってしまうのか、スリルを味わってる。ギリギリのスリルこそ楽しいじゃない。偽のスリルでは興奮できない女ってこと。
You're gonna cross a line unless you get that under control.
はいはいっと。
I hear the rustling of clothes again.
こっちをこう重ねて、腰紐を結んで。あれ、これって死んだ人にする着方だっけ？
Funeral attire is left side in front. Normal attire is right side in front. Just stuck the left side into the right. Oh, that's actually something I did not know.
おお、マサヤってそんなこと知ってるんだ。おばあちゃんの霊が降りてきたのかと思った。
Don't just pretend your perfectly healthy grandmother is dead. Everyone knows this stuff. When I was still playing FC, Aoi-san took me to a training camp. There was one of those traditional Japanese inns there, so she taught me how to wear a yukata.
ここで伊達締めをぐるっと回してっと。あっ、おっぱいが落ちちゃった。
As if she'd scream, not just say "oh no" if that happened.
マサヤが暇かなと思って。
Well, I don't, so hurry up.
はいはい。これをこうやってキュッとやって整えれば。はい、終わり。見ていいよ。
Ooh, you got it on perfect. I'm surprised that the fan service did not progress in the direction that's, you know, lewd. I appreciate that game. Misaki jiggles her arms around while gently shaking her hips from side to side.
どうかな？可愛いかな？ちゃんと着れたと思うんだけど、変なとこないかな？帯のあたりとかが適当になっちゃった気がするんだけど。
Nothing's wrong at all. You're cute. Like, man, so cute. You look so different in a good way. It's just, yeah, just damn cute. Yeah, see, that sort of reaction that Messiah just did, I don't think I could ever do that sort of shit. You look great. Even if I do have a girlfriend, there's no way I would shower her in like compliments like that.
おっぱい落としたままなのに
Then pick them up and stick them back on. Well, we finally made it feel like summer in here. Let's keep heading in that direction.
爽やかとなるとスイカ確かスイカがあったはず
You can't have summer without watermelons. So watermelons is one of those fruit that I have in my repertoire of fruits that I eat with my oatmeal. So to me, watermelons aren't really all that special. Misaki begins to tremble in excitement.
夏そしてスイカ揃ってきた揃ってきた見えるぞ夏がごめんなさいする姿が見えてきたここで一気に決める
Finish what? Oh yeah, you have a veranda here.
それだ夏は背中を向けたまま姿勢を崩しまくった状態ドッグファイトで連続得点のチャンス
She points at me with a snap.
だったらあれだ蚊取り線香だ最後のダメ押しはポロリかな
A nip slip? Pardon me, your girlfriend of mine. That might happen in a swimsuit, but there's no way to do that in a yukata. You'd need a really loose yukata for one thing, and then you'd also need to not be wearing anything underneath. Come on, Messiah, put two and two together. I think this is gonna be an H scene. Fuck!
くっそシャツと下着を脱いでおくべきだった夏なのにせっかくの夏で彼氏までいるのにポロリができないなんて悔しい
Okay, good job, Misaki. I think most people manage to go their whole lives without having a nip slip. Either way, it's something you want to avoid happening. I don't want anyone other than me seeing them.
浴衣スイカ縁側蚊取り線香もう一押しだよね
I feel like this is also something that I feel like which prevents me to have any sort of romantic relationship with anyone. You see what Messiah just said there? Like, he doesn't want anyone other than him seeing, like, her nipples and whatnot, right? To me, that feels something like possessiveness. Because, I guess if I were to have a girlfriend, I probably wouldn't mind that. Which probably is not what people want in a relationship, right? I guess people actually want to be possessive with their significant other, which I just do not have the capacity for. Something summary.
夏といえば
And I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to get a package. Got me some milk and more coffee. Did I read this, what's the word I'm looking for? Narrative yet? Narration? I don't think so. Misaki suddenly claps her hands together.
花火だ
That's it! A spark of sheer brilliance.
浴衣スイカ縁側蚊取り線香花火と並べばもう夏はごめんなさいしたも当然だよねはあ夏を満喫したそれじゃあ安心して密室でチュッチュしようか
You're fine just thinking of the things? You don't want to actually do them?
勝ちが見えた勝負を挑むのも大人げないというか
Messiah really makes some weird sentences, huh? You're fine just thinking of the things? Like, what the fuck? Who says that? Why not just say you're fine thinking of them? You've done nothing summary but put on a yukata. Come on. We've got our ideas, so let's go do them. Misaki squirms happily.
まあマサヤがそう言うならしてあげてもいいけどね
Cool. Time to go buy some fireworks. Misaki rocks her arms, making the sleeves of her yukata shake about.
でもお祭りでもないのに浴衣姿は恥ずかしいかも
It is kind of weird that there's no firework festival in this town, considering how popular Japan is for that thing. Man.
うんって何がうん
Just thinking how damn cute you are when you're squirming like that. Yeah, see, this is something that that I don't have the capacity to think about. I think Messiah is just weird, man. Or maybe every teenager thinks about this with their girlfriend. I don't know. I'm no pervert.
ごめんなさい。女の子を恥ずかしめて喜ぶ人を変態と呼ぶ以外にどう表現すればいいのか私にはわからないの。だから今後マサヤのことを変態と呼び続けることにする。
You will?
今後永遠に呼び続けるしかない。
Sounds like my future is taking a turn for the worst. You know, I was complimenting you, so you could just be happy about it. She starts flapping the sleeves of her yukata okay, yukata about like they're the floats on the flight suit of that Skywalker from the summer tournament. Very difficult sentence to say.
喜んでるの。
You are?
でもそういうので素直に喜ぶのはマサヤとの血の約束に反する気がして。
I don't remember making any blood pacts. Misaki often starts talking nonsense like this. It's seriously confusing.
よし、今のは私が悪かった。素直に喜んでみよう。言って、私素直に喜んだり照れたりするから。
Okay. Does she really need to get so worked up about this? You look great in your yukata, and you're adorable when you're embarrassed. I can practically hear her neck creaking like a rusty machine as she tilts her head to the side. Talk about stiff. Would you sound like a broken robot? With how much this game is like talking this shit up, I'm believing more and more that this is gonna lead to an HC, you know? She starts rubbing her head in shock. What do you mean?
マサヤへの感情表現が極端と極端しかない。ふざけたことを言うか、好き好き大好きって抱きついてキスしたくなるかのどちらかしかないみたい。
Oh, I get what she means.
適当な感じでにっこりと笑いたいんだけど、できない。嬉しさを表現したら絶対に本気になってしまう。私の中にはふざけると本気しかない。
She starts groaning to herself.
私って人類猫科かと思ってたけど、この嬉しさを隠せない感じは人類犬科ということ？
You're just you. It hasn't even been long since we started going out, so I get confused sometimes too. We'll get the hang of it sooner or later.
こんなにマサヤのことを好きだなんてショック。
It'd be better if you weren't shocked. Oh, I've got it. You're so cute, Misaki. I'm the luckiest man alive, having such a wonderful girlfriend. You're just the cutest thing ever. I've never seen a girl look as good in a yukata as you do. Man, do girls even fall for these sort of lines, man? Come on now. Every time I think about how cute my girlfriend is, I'm just overcome with happiness. It makes me want to profess my love from the rooftops. Yeah, I feel like the romance in this game is definitely a bit too exaggerated. I feel like they really should have just left it on the first H scene, not gonna lie. This is too exaggerated for my taste. A counterattack! You good? Don't start panting on me!
バッチンバッチンとスイッチを入れていくから。覚悟を決めて受け止めてね。
I'm sorry!
マサヤにギュッとされたい。マサヤが。マサヤ好き。
I still think we're gonna get to an H scene even though we got this humor, funny music. Please forgive me! Misaki stares at me, panting like a wild animal.
これに懲りたら可愛い彼女をバカにしたりしないことね。
I definitely have. A hyped up love assault when I'm just minding my own business is not something I want to deal with. Anyway, it's summer. It's totally fine if you go out in a yukata.
なんだかはしゃいでる感が恥ずかしいけど。
The most anyone will think is that you look cute in your yukata. It's like when you see someone wearing one in the street. All you think is, wonder if there's a festival going on. If you think anything at all anyway. Most likely, you won't even spare them a second glance.
言われてみればそうだね。夏なんだし、オッケーか。
Cool. Let's go then. I'm not sure why we had to go through this whole ordeal just to come to a decision about leaving the house. But that's just one of the things I love most about Misaki. Is this actually gonna be a wholesome scene? Can this game actually not give me an 8 scene even though they give Misaki a wardrobe change? Will they actually not do that? Find out next time. I guess find out this episode. I'm not gonna like leave the episode hanging like that. We've only been recording for 40 minutes-ish. We're sitting on a veranda together, munching on a watermelon. Misaki breathes a sigh.
やってよかった。今とっても夏の休日って感じがするわ。
You do realize we're actually on summer vacation, right?
そっか。濃密すぎて休んでる感じがしないけど、夏休みなんだよね。
She swings her legs around as she spits seeds out into the garden. I can feel my body cooling as I dig into this cold watermelon.
あ、風が吹いてきた。
It feels great. It cools down the thin layer of sweat covering me. The wind blows the smoke from the mosquito coil in our direction.
蚊取り線香って昔の匂いがすると思う。
You mean it's nostalgic?
そうじゃなくて、もっと小さい頃から昔の匂いだって思ってた。
How does that work?
小さいんだから昔なんてあんまりないのに、これは昔だって思った。どうしてだろう？
Oh, sorry. I don't even know what your past is about, Misaki, other than, you know, you and Messiah did the battle thing. Maybe because they only come out in summer. When you're little, a single year can feel like a lifetime ago, so even the summer before would feel like it happened far off in the past.
なるほどね。そういうことかもね。
Misaki falls silent again, then takes another bite of watermelon.
蚊取り線香の匂いが好きなの。昔の香りだと思うともっと好きになりそうな気がして。だからうまく言えないんだけど、そういう自分じゃダメなのかなって。
I don't get it. What? That you shouldn't like the smell of mosquito coils?
保守的？この言葉で合ってるのかわからないけど、変わることが怖いって気持ちがずっとあって、蚊取り線香の匂いでそれが蘇ったというか。
Right.
アスカは新しいものを見ると嬉しくなるんだろうけど、私は自分のものが壊されるかもって恐怖が先に立つんだ。それが私の悪いとこなんだよね。
You're wrong.
え？違うんだ。
Misaki's eyes widen in surprise as she looks at me. And I'm back once again. Sorry about that. Got another package. It was my supplements this time. Don't know if you guys drink supplements, but I always have vitamin D plus K2, I think. And then zinc plus iron. And omega-3 fatty acids? Oils? Fatty acids, yeah. And then what else? I think that's about all of my supplements. Well, a tiny bit of vitamin A too. Because I don't nearly eat enough carrots. But yeah, sorry about that. Got way too many packages today. Yeah, you are. The reason you've fallen behind Asuka isn't because you're too conservative or anything. It's just because you haven't been using your head during matches.
そうかもしれないけど、でもアスカはあの時笑ってた。
She means when she watched the match between Shindo-san and Inoue.
あれを を見て笑える選手の方が強くなれるとまさや思わない？
True? You were angry, yeah?
怒ったというか不愉快だったというか、まあ怒ったでもいいけど。
It'd be a problem if you hadn't felt anything. Laughing or being angry or whatever is fine. They're the same.
一緒？
Asuka's excitement pushes her to fly, while your grit and determination push you to fly. As far as the end result is concerned, they're the same. There are people who can grow because they're happy, and people who can grow because they're frustrated. I think they're the same. Who can go further though? Further comes down to the people in question. I think as long as you can get yourself in gear, it doesn't matter. If having fun is what fuels you, then maybe thinking of your smile and those of the people around you is what'll help you fly better tomorrow than you can today. If frustration is what fuels you, then maybe thinking of your suffering and that of the people around you is what will help you fly better tomorrow than you can today. Neither way is better than the other. Everyone's different.
本当にそう思う？
I've been watching you practice this entire summer. I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
そう言ってもらえるのは後頭部がカーッとなるほど嬉しいけど、だけど私にはそう思える自信がないな。
You don't need to worry. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but the day you understand will come.
来なかったら？
We just have to keep going until it does. Misaki giggles.
よくもまあそんな自分勝手なこと。
I'm telling you, it'll be fine. You'll understand it someday, Misaki. If she goes through all this intense practice and still doesn't understand, then all that's left is despair. And there's no way I'll let that happen. Man, that's only because people... You guys have that mentality where it's not okay to fail. Like, that's always something that... I guess I used to have that sort of mentality too. Like, if I fail something, everything is like, you know, over, my life's over and whatnot. But I feel like that's such a bad way of looking at it. We're all human in the end. If you fail once, get back and do it over. If you fail twice, get back and do it over. If you fail 1,000 times, get back and do it over. There's no like fuck up that will actually like fuck you up that you can't get back up on. At least that's how I feel. There might be like bigger fuck ups, of course, but that also depends on you. Like, don't make too much fuck ups. Learn from your mistakes, right? But it's okay to fail.
絶望的な結果だったらちゃんと私の傷を舐めてよ。
I will. Yeah, if I can't really become someone like Messiah, you know? If someone fucks up and then I can't support someone, basically, right? I'm able to get back on my own, so when I see people not being able to do the same that I do, I just don't know how to do it, right? The instant I say that, a dark mass begins to accumulate in the depths of my heart. If our tactics work out, and all of Misaki's hard work is rewarded by winning the fall tournament, will I find myself able to fly? The mass melts and clings to the pit of my stomach. If Misaki falls into despair, then I'll give up on flying. In that case, I'll do everything I can to pick her back up. That's all well and good. But what if? What if Misaki's despair is the fuel that allows me to fly? I get goosebumps. It's all too easy to imagine. Fuck. No, I can't give in to these thoughts. I feel like I was betraying both Misaki and myself. My only focus right now is helping her.
急に暗い顔してどうしたの？
Oh, it's nothing. I swear.
そんな風にならなくても大丈夫。急に失踪したり練習をやめるとかそういうことは絶対にないって約束できる。言うかもしれないけど、それは口だけだから。
You really think I'd let you stop after we've come this far? It's too late for any of that now.
ごめん。私ってすぐにこういう話をしちゃうね。
This is also something that I have in my mind, by the way. It's never too late to do anything. It's never too late to stop. It's never too late to start. That's something that I firmly believe in. There is nothing too late. You can always forgive someone for mistakes that they've done like years ago. You can always not forgive someone. It's all depending on you. Yeah, at the end of the day, it really is just your choice. It's fine. I know you're anxious. She's talked about these worries so many times that I have a good idea how she feels. Though she agrees with what I say, she still remains bound to those fears. Perhaps, as an FC player, those fears can only be eased through flying. But even if that's the case, just staying silent about them will make her heart rupture much like mine did in the past. I'll talk it through with you as much as you need me to, so don't ever hold back. You don't have to keep the pain locked up inside.
そこは甘えさせてもらうと思う。ありがとう。
Don't sweat it. Misaki gives me a small nod, then slams the skin of her watermelon slice onto the platter.
よし、スイカも食べたし、夏のメインイベントをしよう。
Yeah, we're gonna have sex, aren't we? Okay, thank God. The fireworks!
やっぱり夏といえば花火だよね。
The day hasn't ended yet though. Is it gonna end with sex? Though we did only buy sparklers, Misaki stubbornly insisted that was enough.
普通の花火は大人数でするものだと思う。火花を掛け合ったり、ロケット花火で打ち合ったりを二人でしてもつまんないから。
You're such a tomboy at heart.
彼氏と彼女が二人でするのは線香花火じゃない？
I guess so.
わびさびがあるよね。線香花火の一つ一つに名前をつけて、花子さんの命もここまでかと思いながら儚い火花を眺めたり。
Fireworks aren't really my thing, so I don't know, Misaki. Is this some kind of weird festival I've never heard of? Sounds pretty bizarre to me. Like, I wouldn't mind if there's some sort of firework festival, right? It is actually something that I missed out on when I was in Japan in summer, because that's actually one of the times when firework festivals would be, you know, a lot happening in Japan. Misaki pulls some sparklers out of the bag, but I guess you can say that I'm not really romantic in a way that I would ever think about lighting fireworks and whatnot with my girlfriend. To me, they're like, if I were to buy my own fireworks, they're like a waste of money. We carefully set them up. You ready? But of course, I'm not saying that people who buy them and enjoy like lighting fireworks are dumb or anything. I just personally don't enjoy them.
いつでもどうぞ。
Like, we all have our likes and dislikes, right? And if people can buy something that will make them feel something, hey, good for them. To me, fireworks just isn't something like that. I take a lighter we found inside and use it to ignite the sparklers.
15秒持てば乾さんに勝てる。
Sounds doable to me. Tiny sparks fly as the tip of the sparkler fizzles and turns into a ball. That ball begins to tremble.
頑張れ私。
Ah. The tip plops off.
今のはなし。
It's so wonderful how you can change the world to suit your liking.
次こそは5秒持てば乾さんに勝てる。
That sure got a lot shorter.
それだけ負けたくないってこと。
The tip of the next firework turns into a beautiful sphere as sparks shoot out of it. Misaki's face glows orange. Beautiful.
そうだね。
I was thinking how beautiful Misaki is. Not just outwardly, but deep down too. If she wasn't, she never would have agreed to save me. Nor would she be able to go through such rigorous training.
おお、すごい。最後までいきそう。
Oh, I thought she was gonna say that second sentence. I guess she did, but it's just a lot shorter in Japanese. The sparkler begins to fizzle out until the ball reaches the paper and goes black.
次はマサヤがやる？
That was beautiful enough. I'm satisfied.
そうだね。
Misaki looks up at me.
ちゃま優しいよね。
I'm nothing special.
そんなことありすぎるよ。
Misaki's smile is saving me and gouging at my heart. I can only accept her words in silence. Wow, they actually did not end with an H scene. After a wardrobe change, wow. My respect for this game actually went up. Because if this was any other game, they definitely would have done that, for sure. Today is the opening ceremony. I feel awkward. Asuka and Madoka may already be in the classroom. I should just treat them normally, right? But I feel guilty, like I've betrayed everyone. There's a dull pain in my gut. The moment I open the door, I lock eyes with Asuka. Good morning.
おはようございます。
Asuka comes trotting over to me.
美咲ちゃんは強くなりましたか？
She gets straight to it. I think so.
そうですか。私との約束を守ってくれたんですね。
Yeah, I think so. But you could just ask Misaki her... Oh. Asuka forces a smile.
美咲ちゃんはずっとああですから。
She's laying prostrate on her desk. She's sleeping peacefully.
美咲先輩、美咲先輩ったら、もう久しぶりなんだからギューッとしたり、ふにゃっとしたり、いろいろしたいのに、どうして寝てるんですか？起きて、構ってください。無理無理、朝の美咲はこういう生き物だからね。私だってそのくらい分かってます。こうなったら出すしかありませんね。
Which is?
ズバリチョコです。これを鼻先でプラプラさせれば間違いなく目覚めます。ほらほら、美咲先輩。
Misaki suddenly opens her mouth wide and gobbles up the piece of chocolate Masha was holding like a carnivorous fish that's been lying in wait. I wonder why when I do the narration in this game, I can't seem to actually do it as smoothly as I do when I voice act Venus Blood Frontier. I think it's because the translation in this game just doesn't flow that well when you try to say it. What did she even say?
こうなったら手持ちのお菓子をすべて与えるだけです。いざとなったらうちに出前の電話を。
Don't force feed the girl. I'm trying to keep her from eating candy outside of when she needs stress relief.
あ、ずるい人だ。
Since when am I a cheater?
だってずるいじゃありませんか。夏休みの間、美咲先輩を独り占めしていたなんて羨ましくてめまいがします。
I didn't have her all to myself. A bunch of other people helped us practice.
兄ちゃんもそっちに行ってたもんね。ひなたの頼みなら断れんって気合が入ってたよ。まさかコーチと部長はそういう。
We're not in that sort of anything.
あってもいいと思いますよ。ドキドキです。
Give it a break. I respect him and I'm very grateful to him. That's all. I really am in awe of how he values my opinion, even though I'm younger than him, and how he's beyond caring about simply winning or losing in competitions. You guys are like what? Only a year difference. I'm pretty sure I'd come running too if Prez asked me for help, but then again, this is Japan, and they do prioritize like seniority quite a lot. That's just how it is.
今の言い方、そういうのに興味ない私でも乙女センサーが反応しそうになりましたよ。
Asuka enthusiastically nods.
しました。 してどう思ってるのかということを聞きたいです。
I mean, Misaki saved me, so I just wanted to pay her back for all she's done.
助けられたってどういうことでしょうか?
Well, like, Misaki and I are kind of similar. It's like, we both found ourselves unable to move forward. So I wanted to save her, and to be saved myself.
要は美咲のこと好きだってことでしょ?
Don't sum it up like that. Asuka's hand shoots into the air.
こんな場面でどう言えばいいのか知ってます。
I do feel like that sort of emotion is way stronger than, you know, love, by the way. But then again, maybe that's something I can say simply because I don't understand love all too much.
何を言うのかな? 熱いねー。ヒューヒューヒューです。
The fuck?
それだ。古い感じがかっこいいと思う。
Sure? It is kind of impressive that Asuka can be so bold despite doing something so embarrassing. Why didn't you ever come to see Misaki, Mashiro? It would have been easy enough to figure out where we were practicing. If anything, she could have at least called.
美咲先輩に来るなって言われたんです。
She did? Why? God damn it, Misaki. Sorry about that. Mashiro stares down at Misaki as she sleeps.
電話がかかってきて言われたんです。私が行くと甘えちゃうからだそうです。メールじゃなくて電話です。そこまではっきりと主張されてしまったら邪魔しちゃいそうでいけませんよ。甘えちゃうですか。わかる気がします。ましろちゃんって甘えやすい気がします。そうですか。私年下なんですけど。
How would she, spoil Misaki? I guess by making her not do hard training if she were there?
そんなの関係ありません。とっても頼りがいがあります。だね。人生の酸いも甘いも経験したかのような貫禄があるよ。ありませんよ。
Mashiro squishes her cheek against Misaki's back.
夏休みは終わったんですから。私に甘えていいんですよ。
So that's what happened. I never doubted her, but it seems Misaki made up her mind to practice hard from the very start. Damn you, Misaki. Misaki continues dozing, seemingly ignoring Mashiro's assault.
うどんも食べに来てくれないなんて悲しすぎますよ。
Hold up, Misaki didn't even eat any udon?
はい。一度食べちゃうと止まらなくなっちゃうかもって。
Well, I guess this is one of the ways that she tries to regulate her diet. Wow, really? She never even mentioned it, so I forgot all about her favorite indulgence. Man, that's amazing. I mean, it must have taken a lot out of her and all. We have about 3 weeks until the fall tournament. There's no way we're gonna finish this route in this episode. Wow. Man, there's actually so much left for just this final chapter. It's pretty insane how long this chapter is. I wonder if it's going to be the same length though for every girl. Because I feel like Misaki is particularly important compared to, say, Mashiro or Rika at this point, right? Though she probably will have same importance as Asuka. How far will Misaki climb? If she gets where she needs to, what will happen to me? The dark, sticky whatever that's within me seems to be creeping outward. I'm called to the staff room after class. Aoi-san, seeming no different from usual, immediately assails me with questions.
飛び沢のコーチを集中的にやってみてどうだった?
You lied to me, Aoi-san.
何の話だ
You told me Misaki wasn't a genius.
天才だったか
I think so. A full-blown one at that.
どんなところがだ
I kinda dislike the fact that Aoi-san seems to be, you know, like, not really manipulating us, but I kinda dislike the fact that everything seems to turning out the way she hoped, though, from the very beginning. First of all, her reflexes are first class.
確かにねでもあのレベルを天才というなら世界を目指すぐらいの選手はみんな天才だぞ
That's not all, though. Misaki works harder than anyone and produces results. That's why she's a genius.
なるほどね分かっているんだろマサヤ
What?
お前が飛沢を天才にしたんだよ
I don't think so. Huh? You're wrong. Misaki is just incredible.
どっちでもいいさ鶏が先か卵が先かの話になるだろうしね
Well, you're not wrong. Without a good teacher, she probably wouldn't have polished her skills. But I don't know. I feel like she's giving Messiah way too much credit. Way too much. I guess it also, like, because I always feel like when you achieve something, it's always because of you yourself. Everyone other than you can support you, but you are the one that's doing that something, you know? I'm a very individualistic person.
マサヤが天才だと言うなら飛沢は天才なんだろうでもクラシナはもっとすごいと思うよ
Maybe.
マサヤがコーチをしていたらきっとさらに伸びただろうけどね
Doubt it. You're a way better coach than me.
私だとどうしても上からになるからね同じ視線で語ってやることができないまあその辺はアリサカたちがフォローしてくれたようだ
Asuka must have gotten pretty strong.
なっているよどうだクラシナと飛沢で練習試合でもするか見たくないか
I do, but I'll have to refuse.
どうして
Misaki's focused on the fall tournament. Her concentration would break if she had a match against Asuka now. Winning or losing doesn't matter. It won't be a good result.
クラシナなら間違いなく試合に飛びつくだろうがな
Don't try and tempt me. Everyone works differently. That's all there is to it. You're not gonna change my mind. Aoi-san's eyes widen as she stares at me. What's so funny?
いや一人前の口を聞くようになったと思ってね合格だよマサヤ
Huh?
立派なコーチだ選手のことを理解するというのがコーチが最初にしなきゃいけないことだからな練習試合の提案簡単に乗ってきたらどうしようかと思ったぞ
God, give it a rest already.
いや悪かった本当に成長したんだな
Yeah, she's like that sort of character where she always tests you, right? And to me personally, I don't like being tested. Thank you.
秋の大会楽しみにしてるよ
Because I feel like when someone is testing you, of course they're always in a position that's much stronger or, you know, in a much more powerful position, right? And I feel like usually most of the time they're kind of looking down on you that way. I know that she doesn't do that, but it's just a feeling that I do not like. Whether or not she actually does look down upon you or not. Same here. I say that as I bow to her. If you shift into inverted flight now, how do you think your opponent will respond?
この場合は正解かな
We're spending today doing Mr. Shito's simulation training in Misaki's room. Honestly, we should be taking a break from practice. But Misaki insisted that she couldn't sit around doing nothing the fall tournament only a week away. Damn! Suddenly it's only a week away? Maybe we can actually finish this in this episode. Just during that scene with Asuka, he said it was 3 weeks away. That said, rest is still important, so we settled for simulation training. Huh. Someone actually does that? While they're waiting, I'll snatch the boy.
心配無用。はい、バン分身の術。
Mr. Shito split in two!
さらにドン。
Now there are 3 of him!
ポジション小賢しいわい。2人がかりで行く道を塞いで、1人でフィールドをぐるぐる回って V タッチを積み重ねる。
Just because you're tired doesn't mean you can make a mess of things. Actually, where do you even get those Mr. Shitos? Been playing the crane games?
ゲーセンのゴミ箱からね。きっと狩猟本能だけを満たしたプレイヤーがいらないと思ったんだろうね。で、哀れなのでつい持って帰ってきてしまった。
I really hope those Mr. Shitos were wrapped in plastic, Misaki. If not, that'd be pretty disgusting. Or Mr. Shito.
ねえ、よく見れば可愛いのに。実はね。
What's with the sudden tone shift?
実はおばあちゃん今家にいないんだよね。
Is this the first time we hear this music? Right?
そわっとした。今そわそわってした。
Did not. This is gonna be our third H scene. I feel like it. Well, I guess it's okay. Like, our 2 H scenes that we did have been outdoors. Damn you exhibitionist writers.
おまわりさん、この人が今そわそわしました。
Don't call the cops on me. How's looking at your girlfriend and squirming a crime?
自称彼氏がこんなことを言ってます。
I'm pretending now?
そういうことって試合前にしない方がいいって聞かない？
Some people say there are actual reasons for it. Some say it's all just superstition. I don't really know.
大切な大会の前だし、迷信だったとしてもしない方がいいよね。
Man, I really do not believe in superstition. Like, there's going to be historical, you know, there's going to be historical and cultural reasons why people are superstitious. But I'm a modern guy, man. I'm a modern, like, human being. I don't believe in any sort of superstition. I can appreciate people that are still doing superstitious stuff. Like, you know, when they're praying and stuff like that. I don't mind. But as long as they don't force me into it, right? It's like to feel like we lost because we fooled around beforehand. Though I really don't know if there's any truth to it. The woman who dominated FC in Europe recently was set to be with her fiancé 24/7. So I imagine they had some fun before her matches. She was still demonically strong, so it probably depends on your outlook.
そこで私は思うのです。エッチなことをするのなら今日くらいが最後なんじゃないかな。
Okay.
もしだよ。仮にするなら何をしたいですか？私は特にありません。今日はマサヤにされたい気分です。
Man, you're a freak, Misaki. I picked Misaki up and placed her on the bed. Goodbye, YouTube. Patreon.com/Azaikyousuke. These sleeves are sitting on the bed, which I also climb before positioning myself between her legs.
強引なマサヤさんですか？
You think I have a choice after what you just said?
私はマサヤじゃないんだからそんなのわかんない。それで何をするつもりなのかな？
That's not something I can express in words. Misaki exaggerates a shiver.
恐ろしすぎる。
I can't express it in words, but I think I can still use my mouth to get it across.
こんな時に最低な冗談だ。 私おります。無理です。交代しとうくんと交代します。
Not on my watch. Misaki reaches out and grabs hold of Shito-kun. I was gonna say Mr. Shito, goddammit. Shito-kun squishes against my face.
あちきはマサヤ殿のことをお慕いしておったでおじゃるでござる。美咲様と交代したいでごんす。
I see Mr. Shito's dialect is still as unstable as always. I never know what'll come out of his mouth next.
あたいマサヤ様の中に入りたいでごわす。中からマサヤちゃまのこと感じてみたいわ。
This isn't a horror flick. I know how this goes. Some creature gets inside of you, then you die. Worst case scenario, it takes over your body and you become something like a zombie. Then I'll be doomed to assist in the birthing of more Mr. Shitos until my body finally rots away. That is, an interesting way of looking at this scene, Messiah. I'd be groaning as I wander around in search of fresh stuffing for the plushy gods. Please, get Mr. Shito away from my face. I'm begging you.
前から思ってたんだけど、トレーニングでお世話になってるのに、マサヤってシトウ君への愛が足りないと思う。もっとちゃんと愛してあげて。
Says the girl who throws him around the room and tries to make him break the speed of light.
あれは愛だよ。愛が深すぎるとそうなっちゃうの。マサヤだって私に投げられて高速を超えた時に気づくよ。あれは愛だったんだなって。
So I'm gonna be the first person to go faster than the speed of light, huh? And then I'll finally know how much you love me. We've gone straight from horror to sci-fi. Quit trying to hype Mr. Shito while you distract me. I think that's supposed to be quit trying to hide behind Mr. Shito, right? I snatch Misaki's Mr. Shito and stand up.
私のシトウ君を強奪して一体どうするつもり？
I'm gently putting him down on the desk. I put him down normally, facing into the room, but then reconsider. Not wanting to feel like he's watching me the whole time, I turn him to face the wall. Ugh. Why do I feel like someone's giving me a death glare? Where is it coming from? Oh, there are a bunch of Mr. Shitos in this room, huh? I quickly gather them all up and sit them on the desk facing the wall.
そんなにシトウ君の視線が気になる？
I am now, yeah.
そうやって集めておくと夜中に喋り出すんだよね。
That's a terrifying thought. Never imagined they'd evolve so quickly. So, what did they talk about?
人を征服。
For real? Shit, this island's doomed. We have no hope of winning. It won't be long before the whole world is covered by a shroud of Mr. Shitos. That's one other reason for not wanting them looking at me. But the main one is that I don't want anyone else seeing you naked.
あらら、マサヤってばぬいぐるみに嫉妬するの？
Just think of it as how deep my love runs. I sit back down in the bed and reach out to Misaki. Misaki pokes at her own lips.
無理して雰囲気を作らなくてもキスをしてくれればそれでちゃんとスイッチが入ると思うからいいよ。
Sure thing.
はいどうぞ。私のスイッチ入れちゃってください。
Misaki shuts her eyes. I'm not voice acting that stupid kissing sound, Messiah. Misaki slowly opens her eyes as our lips part and gazes at me.
なぜ無言でスカートの中に手を入れていますか？
To pull your panties off, duh.
はっきり言われた。というかいきなりそこなんだ。胸じゃないんだ。まさや私の胸好きだよね。
I do, but I love your pussy too.
喜んでいいのかな？
It'd be nice if you were.
だったら
Is it about time for me to censor this on YouTube? Can I cut this now? I place her removed panties on the bed.
恥ずかしい。そろそろ 最終的な目標を教えていただけないでしょうか。
Because I
はい。
wanna lick your pussy.
この人、私の舐める気だ。
I mean, I kinda knew he was going for that when he placed his head between her legs. Don't scream that! Have some dignity!
そんなこと言われてもびっくりしちゃって。彼氏と彼女ってそんなことを許す関係なんだって思ったら気が遠くなってさ。
Well, yeah, that's what boyfriends are for.
でも冷静に考えてみてよ。人のそういうとこにキスしたいですという人に対して「はいそうですか」と許すってかなり壮絶な人間関係だと思う。
I don't necessarily think so. Yeah, I guess you've got a point. It's not gonna stop me though. This is what I want to do.
私の気持ちは無視？
If you really don't want me to,
やめる？
I'll think about it.
それってやめるつもりがないってことだよね。
Do you really not want me to?
わかんない。手、虹によるな。スカートをめくるな。
Despite my advances, Misaki doesn't put up much resistance. It's fine, right?
よくはないけど、諦めた。
God damn it, Misaki, you're being too easy on this guy. Come on, don't look so disappointed. You're killing me here.
変なことされちゃうんだな。
I adjust Misaki's positioning so that she's facing me, then lean in to kiss her crotch. Yeah, I think this is about time we censor it, even though technically there is still nothing wrong with the CG, right? Or there's nothing too sexual showing. You're such a dirty girl, Misaki. Can I guess I can show this on YouTube since the scene changes or the CG.
人にこんなことしておいてなんていいこと。エッチなのは私じゃなくてマサや。
Please don't pan too much, Misaki. I pet Misaki's head as she collapses on her bed.
マサヤはまだなんだから我慢しなくていいよ。
You're tired though, aren't you?
いいからちょっと疲れたくらいなんでもないよ。練習でスタミナついたから。
Whatever you say, girl. Whatever you say. She giggles.
私だけ言っちゃったの悔しいしさ。マサヤも早く行って仲間になれ。激しかったね、マサヤ。
This should be okay on YouTube, right? I think we should be fine. But yeah, we're back, YouTube. Man, this game, unlike Venus Blood Frontier, I just feel like I cannot voice act the H scenes that well. Because it's too lovey-dovey, man. I feel like I'm enjoying the scene itself, but I don't enjoy voice acting it because Messiah just acts way too vanilla and girlfriend-boyfriend-y. I guess I am way too evil when it comes to the H scenes and stuff. I can't get in character because this is just not my kind of guy. It's not my fault, okay? You're just too cute. And Messiah spews these lines so easily too. God!
別にいい悪いの話をしてるわけじゃないんだけど、でもなんだかもったいないな。
Oh, how?
エッチなことしてて盛り上がってる時ってさ、なんて言えばいいんだろう。ドロドロ？
What?
体が溶けてマサヤとつながってるような気がしたのに、終わっちゃうとなんか もったいないなって。
That's a very dangerous line of thinking, Misaki. I think that's why some people actually start using drugs when they go have sex. Or start exploring weird kinks. I guess. Misaki buries her face into a nearby pillow.
マサヤのこと好きだな、ちくしょ
Hey, don't start swearing for no reason.
う。でも本当に溶けてしまわなくてよかった。
I mean, that's downright impossible, but yeah.
溶けちゃったらマサヤを助けたりマサヤに助けられたりできなくなっちゃう。
Yeah.
ね
What's up?
え、こんな時に聞くのは変かもしれないけど、私は大会で届くのかな。めちゃくちゃな気持ちから目をそらさなくても歩ける場所にさ。
You might get there. You might not.
じゃあ私が優勝したらマサヤは届く？
I don't know that either. Misaki pouts in displeasure.
私を鼓舞するためにも届くと言っておけばいいもの。
Well, I mean, lying doesn't help anyone, no matter the reason. I don't want to ever lie to you.
そうだね。
You'll definitely get there one day, though. That's why we're walking this path. Misaki pushes herself up like she's doing a push-up and lunges at me. Then she kisses me. What are you? Yeah. I can't do these sound effects, Messiah. I'm usually doing like groans and grunts and weird stuff during the H scenes. I can't do lovey-dovey shit. She kisses me again, even more passionately than before. This alone has my heart racing. Misaki's sweet, heated breaths brushes along my cheek as she parts from me.
大会が終わるまでイチャイチャできないんだなと思ったら、もっとラブラブしておかないとと思って。依存ある？
No. I wrap a hand around the back of her head. She suddenly grows stiff. Something wrong?
何をされちゃうのかなと思って。
Make out, duh. What? Were you hoping for something else?
私としてはそれもありかな。
You're a freak, Misaki. Well, as long as it's nothing too extreme.
そうだね。
I watch Misaki nod, then lean in and kiss her. Once we're done here, it's time for the fall tournament. There may be a few days left, but that's nothing in the grand scheme of things. Part of my mind is still focused on a question. What'll happen at the tournament? If Misaki manages to pull out a win, if she does, will I be able to share in her joy? Typo?
どうした？
Nothing. I can feel that big, dark amoeba clinging to my mind. And so, I kiss her again to brush aside that feeling.
キスって甘いよね。気持ちいいって意味だけじゃなくて、安心するというか、心が甘くなるというか。
I know exactly what you mean. Describing something as sweet might also make people think of sickly, but there really isn't a better word for how kissing feels.
マサヤもそう思ってるのは嬉しいな。これからもたくさん甘いキスしようね。
Sounds good to me. She nods, then begins to nuzzle her head against the pillow like a cat. Her eyes suddenly shoot open. It's gotten you all surprised. Have the Mr. Shitos started to move? Nope. They're all motionless, back still facing us. B? Or are you mimicking an alarm clock?
違う、そうじゃなくて、ピロピロピロピロピロ。
I have no clue what you're saying. Calm down. If anything, it's kind of scary. What, is she gonna say pillow talk? Have the Mr. Shitos brainwashed her already? Misaki starts headbutting her pillow.
枕って英語に訳すとピローだよね。それで間違いないよね。ピローイコール枕だよね。
What is wrong with you right now? Yes, and?
ということは
Misaki's face tenses up. What the hell is she thinking?
私たちってピロートークをしているということになるよね。
Yes, yes it is, Misaki. Huh? Yeah, I guess so. The moment she says those words, a shudder runs through me and I tense up. Misaki, presumably feeling the same, gulps.
そういうことになると思う。これはピロートークだ。
But pillow talk, huh?
ピロートークだよ。信じられないけど、それが私たちの現実なんだ。ちゃんと現実と向き合おう。
We're pillow talking about pillow talks.
そういうことになるよね。略すとピロピロトークだよ。おっかない。
I doubt Misaki can even explain why it's frightening, but I can understand why she wouldn't even want to try. Misaki gulps once more.
こういうのってもっともっと大人になってからするものだと思ってた。まさかこんなに早くピロートークをすることになるなんて気持ちがついていきそうもないよ。
Same here. I don't really know what I expected, but I guess I imagine a man with a hairy chest puffing on a cigar. And here we are pillow talking, without a single hair in my chest. Feels like this is coming 100 years too early for me, personally.
質問なんですけど、マサヤさんの胸にはこれから毛が生える予定なんですか？
Wouldn't say I'm planning on it. I haven't got any hair in my chest at this age, so I might not ever get any.
よかった。急にもじゃもじゃになられても困るし。
Misaki sighs in relief.
マサヤのマッチョなイメージには共感できないけど、ワイン？バーボン？そういう大人な飲み物が近くにないとダメな気はする。あと、バスローブとか？
That I can imagine. Misaki's expression suddenly turns grave.
麦茶ならあるけど、色だけならウイスキーっぽいかも。
Barley tea, huh? What are these guys talking about? Is this how pillow talks are supposed to be? Pillow talk and barley tea. Gotta say, I drink enough barley tea at normal times, so it doesn't feel appropriate.
持ってこようか？
Misaki, you are something else, you know. You're way too quirky, Misaki. Nah, that's fine. But like, how's pillow talk meant to go? I don't even know what we should be doing.
だから、それは、
Misaki bites her lip as she thinks. I think usually they talk about how good the sex is, right? From my limited knowledge.
今日のお前は最高だったよ。俺はすごかっただろ？とか、そういうことじゃない？
Yeah, I think Misaki's right. Really? You were the best today.
最高？最高。最高か。最高って安易に言ってしまうのは違う気がする。向上心がないというか。
I get why you'd want it to be more meaningful, but isn't pillow talk supposed to be pretty simple?
でもそんな風にマサヤが甘やかしたら成長しないと思う。だからここでは互いの不備を指摘し合って反省する建設的な話し合いをすべきでは？
I think that's actually very good, Misaki. Talking about the sex should be a priority or should be something that most people do. I don't think a lot of parents do that actually. Especially older parents nowadays. You know, from the older generation, I mean. I do feel like this is something important though. Pretty sure a review meeting doesn't count as pillow talk. Does it? Doesn't it?
ピロートーク。
Misaki grins.
ピロートークはやめよう。
Oh yeah?
そういう枠にとらわれたらギクシャクする。もっと普通にしよう。
Okay then. My hairless chest means we didn't even match up with our ideas in the first place.
マサヤにとって胸毛は絶対条件なんだ。
That's how, that's how Chads look like in Messiah's, image, Misaki. I just feel like that's the way it should be.
私としては胸毛はどうでもいいというか、ない方がいいけど、それにピロートを置くっていうのは慣れた人がすることで、私たちはもっと近くの現実に目を向けるべきだと思う。
Like what?
私の横でマサヤが寝ているということ。
That definitely makes sense.
私に言わせれば、私のベッドに男がいるってとても信じられない現実なんだけどね。だってそんなの犯罪だよね。
No. Both of us provided consent, so it's totally legal.
そう、合意なんだよね。私はそれを許してるんだよね。私がマサヤの横で寝てるんだよ。冷静に考えて、そんなことってありえないことだと思う。
Well, I think it's amazing. Just thinking about how real it is has my heart racing.
私もドキドキする。生贄に捧げられたわけでもないのに、こんなことになってしまうなんて。一体どうなってしまうのであろうか。
You wonder, do you? Well, there's nothing we can do now. It's already happened after all.
誰かを好きになるって不思議だにゃ。だってさ、本当なら好きな人にこそ恥ずかしいとこを見られたくないわけじゃない？
I think that's only for people who are still very young, Misaki. I personally wouldn't mind acting all shy if it's something that I'm truly embarrassed about. I guess not, no. I'd want them to think I was cool if possible. I feel like putting yourself as this sort of persona of something that's not genuine is not really something that you should be doing with your significant other. But I'm a much older person. Like a lot younger person would probably think having a persona like that would probably be better.
それなのに恥ずかしいとこを積極的に見せてしまうのだから、恋の魔法は恐ろしい。付き合うってことになるだけで常識が180度変わっちゃうんだよね。
I won't deny the way I see things has changed, but I think a 180-degree turn is a bit of a stretch.
いや、変わってると思う。ところによって190度くらいいってる。
That means it's heading back towards its starting point. Misaki presses a finger up against my lips.
例えばキス。
Huh? Alright, yeah. My impressions of it are different now that I've actually done it. I never knew how good kissing could feel until I actually kissed someone.
いや、私が注目しているのはキスというか唾液。
What?
うん。恋愛をして付き合いだして印象が劇的に変化したのは唾液だと思う。
What, do you like saliva now? I'm beginning to think the depths of her love lie in a bottomless swamp. That's the biggest thing?
間違いなく。
Not a single doubt, huh?
だってどんなに好きな人の唾液だとしても、それは汚いものだと思うのが私の中の常識だったんだよね。
No, Misaki. Technically speaking, saliva is still very, very disgusting. When you're having sex, you don't care about that because your mind is on something else, but come on now. I think most people know that.
だけどキスをしていたら、正直に言うと、マサヤの唾液をもっと欲しいとか、口の中に入れてとか、垂らして欲しいとか、そういうことを思うんだよ。
No?
引いた？言わない方がよかったかな。
I mean, it's okay for you to say that. I'm not gonna judge you, but I am going to correct you, okay? No, I'm not grossed out. It's just... well, I was kind of thinking the same thing. I want more of Misaki's saliva in my mouth. God, these two are hopeless.
よかっ は私だけの気持ちでマサヤはキスって不潔だなと考えてたりしたらどうしようかと思ってた。
Besides, when I licked you and stuff, I never thought I was doing something dirty.
そうなんだ。そう言ってくれるのは嬉しいけど、そんなことないんじゃない？例えば足の裏とかでも。
We're talking about this again, Misaki? I'd be cool with that. No!
マジですか。お尻とかは？
I have a very a good reason for saying this, but yes, I will not be grossed out by butts. I am a butt person. Is that an invitation? No, damn it.
素敵とは抜かしおる。
Can I take that as a yes? Misaki seems to be contemplating what to say next. Stop panting, Misaki. This is not good for YouTube. Why are you panting?
想像してみたの。
As in...
マサヤの足の裏は私のまずい部分が OK サインを出してるけど、お尻はできまあいいな。
You good, Misaki? Don't force yourself. I didn't think you'd want me to in the first place.
そういう問題じゃない。
Misaki buries her face into her pillow in displeasure. What is the issue then?
だってこれじゃまるでマサヤの方が私のこと好きみたいだ。本当は私の方がマサヤのこと好きなんだから、私の方がどこでも大丈夫じゃないとダメなのに。
I don't think you have to be okay with it.
ダメ。
No! What the fuck? You don't have to be okay with it. I see.
どうしよう。探さないと。マサヤが私の体で不潔だって思ってる場所を探さないと、アイデンティティやプライドが崩れる。
You're exaggerating now. Well, if I were in Masaya's shoes, I definitely would not be wanting to lick Misaki's feet.
話です。
Then again, the butt is probably a lot more, you know, gross, right? Especially if you lick the butthole. But come on, I'm only saying this because I'm talking about art, okay? I am not like going to, you know, randomly lick someone's butt. I'm talking about purely 2D, okay? She spews in anger. Why does she have to get like this when we're snuggling in bed?
脇の下は？
Fine by me.
鼻は油が浮いてるかもよ。
I wouldn't even hesitate.
変態と話していると疲労する。
I'm no pervert. I'm just telling you I don't think you're dirty at all.
じゃあ爪の間の赤は？今はそんなのないけど、舐め取れるって言うなら今度貯めておくから。
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. You really don't need to. And yeah, I wouldn't really want to lick actual dirt. Thank you, Messiah. Jeez. Misaki's mouth warps into a teasing grin.
勝った。
Hey, you don't win unless you lick the dirt under my fingernails. Neither of us would do it, so it's a draw.
そんなの平気。いつだって実行に移してみせる。マサヤがそれを望むならの話だけど。
You're crazy, Misaki. Sorry, can't say I do. It's a pretty gross kink. Okay, I wouldn't judge anyone's kink, but thank you for judging Misaki's kink, Messiah. Appreciate that, man.
では、私の勝ちということでいいですよね。
If you insist. Sorry. Misaki smiles in satisfaction. She never stops pushing for a complete victory. Or maybe it's just that she doesn't want to lose, no matter what the competition is. Most strong people do hate losing. Then again, there are some players who are above simply winning or losing. Do those people feel like higher beings of a sort? Not really, Messiah. I do feel like people that are at the very top definitely care about winning or losing. At the very least, I doubt there's anyone strong who doesn't feel regret at losing. Whether or not they can hide that in their daily lives comes down to the individual, but I don't think it's a bad thing. You're definitely gonna get better, Misaki.
それはエッチな意味で？それとも FC の話？
Both. As wonderful as it would be if she got better at sex, I'm talking about FC.
今の会話のどこでそう思ったのかわからないんだけど。あ、もしかして俺を愛すれば強くなるみたいなそういう自信過剰な意味？
I'm not strong enough to think of something like that. I may have said that if I was one of those overconfident guys, but it's way too much for me right now. I just end up blushing.
私はマサヤのこと信じてここまでついてきたんだから、そのくらいのこと言ってもいいと思うんだけどな。
Not sure I like the sound of that.
と申しますと？
I want you to get stronger for yourself. I rely on you, and I'm pretty sure you rely on me too. But I still want you to get stronger for yourself. She doesn't seem to fully comprehend what I just said. The strength I had in the past was warped, twisted. I don't want you to turn out like that.
俺の過ちを繰り返すなってこと？
I guess so, yeah.
マサヤコーチは私を自分に近づけてみたり遠ざけてみたりいろいろと難しいお人ですにゃ。
Is that how I am?
そういうとこあると思う。だけどそれはいいと思う。私の考える力も鍛えられたと思うし、そういうものって思うからさ。
How what is?
いやー、私みたいな面倒な人を指導してたらそうなって当然だと思う。そうならないまっすぐな指導だったらむしろうまくついていけなかったかもしれない。
You're saying my coaching was warped?
本当は曲がっていなくて私には曲がってるように見えただけかもしれないけどね。
That reminds me of what Shirase-san said.
ああいうタイプが FC を本気で続けていればそのうち性格は歪むだろ。
Did he actually say that? I don't think he actually said that. I thought that she should definitely end up being good or something. Maybe I see things differently, but while Misaki may be eccentric or warped, or whatever, I think she's facing it head on. There's nothing strange about her issues. Her worries about not being able to face FC are what made her personality warp in the first place. Her personality may have changed due to that, but she's grown stronger regardless. Perhaps if I'd been able to face my issues like her, my frustrations wouldn't still haunt me to this day.
おーい、マサヤさん。もうすぐにそういう顔をするんだから。私が目の前にいるのに自分の世界に没頭するのは悪い癖だよ。
Oh, sorry. I never get like this in front of other people. Only Misaki. I don't know. I think you did do that before you end up choosing Misaki. But I guess you were thinking about her back then.
できればこのまま眠ってしまっておはようの挨拶をしたいけどそういうわけにはいかないよね。
Will your grandma be home soon?
まだ時間はあるけどね。さすがに2人で一緒に寝てるとこ見つかっちゃうのはまずいか。
True enough. I'll bet.
おばあちゃんだって女なんだからマサヤのセクシーなとこ見たらドキドキしちゃうかもしれないもんね。
This girl is crazy, I'm telling you. That possibility wasn't even on my mind, and frankly, I'm not sure how I feel about the woman's granddaughter bringing it up. Misaki closes her eyes as she gets lost in thought.
今しておかなきゃいけないことがあると思うんだけど。
What's that? Just lying here together isn't enough?
ダメだよ。不健全な若い男女が一緒にゴロゴロしてるだけなんて怠惰だと思う。
True. If we're already unbecoming, what's the issue with being lazy too?
夏の男女の若さゆえの過ちみたいなことがしたい。
What? I am so lost whenever I talk to this girl. What are you talking about? What are you even talking about exactly? Something about making mistakes on purpose, I think. Doesn't really sit well with me though. Misaki's eyes glisten like a beast that's found its prey.
そうだ、一緒にお風呂に入ろ
Huh?
う。入りたくない？彼女とお風呂に入るなんて男子にとってはもう明日死んでしまっても後悔しないくらいのことでは？
Not sure it makes up for dying, but it's definitely a dream come true.
ということは入りたいで OK？
Sure is!
素直でよろしい。
Please, dear God, don't give me an rage scene! Save me! Misaki smiles happily.
やっぱりやれる時にこういうことしておかないとね。試合中にマサヤとお風呂に入ってなかったと思って集中できずに負けましたなんてことがあるかもしれないし。
This girl is crazy! If you have the time to think about that during a match, you're either steamrolling your opponent or on the verge of giving up the game anyway. I can't imagine the sheer ability you'd need to remain composed enough to think about that in the heat of a battle. Though if you were that composed, you'd have little trouble winning any match that came your way.
どうかな。集中している時にふと関係ないことを思い出してしまうってよくあることだし。
When you're really concentrating, nope, it doesn't happen, Misaki. I still doubt you think about us bathing together. But I at least understand the sentiment. I'm sure Misaki is just babbling again to hide her embarrassment, but I can tell she's also somewhat serious about it, so I want to help ease her concerns. There are times when you just need to empty your mind of extraneous thoughts to help you concentrate. And then there are other times where you have to get everything you want to do out of your system to help you concentrate. I imagine the reason she's asking to sleep and bathe together and stuff is because she just wants to do something about her anxieties before the tournament. And that's a natural reaction for anyone under extreme pressure. In which case, as her coach and boyfriend, I should do everything she asks of me.
確か水は張ってあったから温めるだけで大丈夫。それに夏だし熱々より少しくらいぬるい方がいいよね。
Hell, even cold water would be fine. I may have a responsibility to help Misaki out, but I'm not gonna let the chance to bathe with her slip through my fingers. Bring it on, cold water! I fear you not. Why do you gotta be like a fucking pervert, Messiah? At times like this, you need to push on ahead before your partner changes their mind. Though who can say if that's the right thing to do or not? Considering that taking the lead in an FC match is the right thing to do, I'm pretty sure the same goes in this scenario too.
マサヤって時々強引なことを言うことあるよね。
Only on stupid stuff, Misaki. Cool. Let's get in the bath then, shall we?
ますます強引だ。
We don't have time to waste. We can warm the water while we're in there.
マサヤの思いがそこまでのものとは。ならばその挑戦を受けて立つしか。
Misaki kicks the covers off with her gusto. Please don't let me have to censor this, Misaki! Ah! Since she's lying on her side, one leg has gone right up into the air. This is a wonderful view! It's beautiful, but... Wait! Don't spread your legs like that when you're naked!
あ、そうか。見なければいいじゃない。
Not a chance in hell!
そういうわけにいかないんだ。
Of course not! I want to get as many glimpses at your naked form as I can.
ものすごい告白をされたにゃ。
He is, Misaki. Misaki covers her bodily treasures with her arms as she gets off the bed.
私はそういうとこできれば見られたくないから目をつぶってて。凝視するな。つぶっててってばもう。
Misaki grabs a towel from her drawers and wraps it around herself.
これでよしっと。はあ、彼氏がエロすぎて困る。
I don't think I'm that bad. Yes, you are, man.
そこまでだと私は思う。ほらほら、いつまでもゴロゴロしてないで立ったら。
I get out of bed, covering my crotch with my hands. No point getting changed back into my clothes if I just have to take them off again anyway. Could I possibly borrow a towel? What's with the silence?
惚れ惚れと見てた。
By what? By my naked body? I guess I'm more muscular than average, but it's nothing too special. Maybe Misaki's developed a muscle fetish. It won't be long now before she's joined Shirase-san and Prez and starts gossiping about the potential of my inner muscles.
男の子が身をかがめて股間を隠している姿ってなんだかとても間抜けだよね。とっても無抵抗な感じだしさ。
Really? That's what you were captivated by?
はあ、いじめたい。
Stop it!
おまわりさん、私の部屋に全裸の男が。
Cut it out! I know you're joking, but that almost gave me a heart attack. It's the same as how you feel fear when someone waves a toy knife around in front of you. Misaki glances around the room.
焼き印をつけるための焼きごてがあったはずなんだけど。
As if a girl would just have that lying around her bedroom. As if anyone would just have that lying around their bedroom.
それはマサヤの常識。
The entire human race thinks that way. Why the hell would anyone keep one of those? Hey, I used to be part of the electronics, study session, or what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I used to study electronics back when I was in middle school, and we had to solder quite a lot of stuff. So I have a solder lying around in my room, yeah. Somewhere. I don't know where I put it though now. It's been, like, more than a decade. This goes way beyond simple bullying.
まあ全裸のマサヤをいじめるなんてこれから何回でもできるだろうし。
What a reliable girlfriend.
時間ももったいないし、お風呂に行こう。
So I'm not getting a towel after all, huh?
そんなに恥ずかしいなら。
Misaki runs toward me at full throttle, opening her towel wide. Then she wraps me up in it with her. That's not gonna fit!
ちょっと歩きづらいけど、これでいいでしょ？
How big is that towel, Misaki? Misaki,
何？
this is rather, stimulating. Her actions came from a place of pure innocence, yet they couldn't have been more audacious.
確かにそうかも。
Our skin is clinging together. That's how close we are. No! No more H scene!
でも一緒にお風呂に入るのはこれより刺激が強いんだから、これは試練。
Please, dear God, skip the bathroom scene! Do we really need that?
いいからほら、運動会の二人三脚みたいで面白いってば。
With that, Misaki starts walking off, dragging me along with her. Don't do this game! No! We entered the bathroom and quickly showered to wash the sweat off of us.
マサヤが私にもたれかかる形になるのはなんか違うから、先にお風呂に入ってね。
Sure. What the? This is pretty darn cold! A sharp prickly pain is shooting up from the tips of my toes. Slowly lowering myself in will only make things worse. I just have to go for it. Here goes nothing. I plop straight in. A momentary pain courses through me, but before long, I'm right as rain. It's your turn.
わかってる。恥ずかしいから、お尻を見ないでね。
Stare at it, Messiah. Okay. I'm definitely looking. Thank you, Messiah. There's no way I'm ignoring her plump ass when it's right before my eyes. Ah! Anyone would be lost for words when they see a cute booty jiggle like that. Only at first. It's fine once you get in.
そういうものかな。
I like how we're just staring at the freaking faucet right now. Misaki lifts both legs into the bath.
無理。
No, it isn't! It looks like she's about to flee, so I wrap my arms around her waist.
離して凍え死ぬってば。
It's not that cold.
マサヤが一人で入っていればいい。私は見ててあげるから。
That's just weird.
だからって私を巻き込むな。
You know, if you keep squirming like that, I'm gonna end up seeing more than just your ass. Misaki immediately submerges herself. Damn you, music! Can I still even show this on YouTube? This is getting more and more dangerous, damn it! She turns her head to glare daggers at me. We're warming the bath up, right? It won't take that long.
こういう時のマサヤの欲望にはついていけないかも。
Getting in the bath together was your idea.
そうだけどさ。
Misaki leans back into me.
にゃー。こういう風にするとマサヤが男の子だってわかるな。
What do you mean?
その今までマサヤに抱きしめられたりしてきたけど、そういう時って頭の中がわーってなってたり、お花畑状態だったり、考えなきゃいけないことが多かったり。
She pushes her back into my chest.
だからこうやって冷静にマサヤの体を意識することってなかったからさ。
Wait!
新鮮かも。
Wait! We're at the bath? Like, not back to back? Oh my god, what the fuck are you doing, Misaki? This is gonna turn into another H scene, damn you! You're calm right now? We're finally in the bath together, and she's calm? This is the worst day ever!
冷たい水に無理やり入れられたから冷静になった。
So it's all my fault. Well, whatever. The only alternative was not bathing together, so I have no regrets.
男子の体ってやっぱり硬いんだね。皮膚の下に筋肉があるのがちゃんとわかるもん。これに比べたら私の体なんか針金と綿あめみたいなものだよね。
That's because you're in Asia, Misaki. A lot of guys in the US are actually overweight and obese. That's not true.
急に太ももを掴まないで。
Help me, God. I'm in like I'm in a genjutsu where we're just having sex non-stop here. I wasn't being pervy. I was just trying to say that you've got a pretty toned body yourself.
そうかな。そうなってる？
I could take you anywhere and never get embarrassed.
どこに出しても恥ずかしくない場所とは牧場でした。私は牛さんかという会話につながっていく。
Why'd you immediately think of a cow? I wasn't. Reading into things weirdly. I meant more that I could take you to any competition and you'd do great. Misaki slams her hands into the water's surface.
もしかして私を大会に出すつもりなの？
Of course I am.
どうしてそんなひどいことを言うの？
This again, huh?
マジですか。信じていたマサヤがそんな危険なことを企んでいたとは。
You really love talking about this.
好きなわけない。できればこんな話はしたくないけど不安が駆け抜けて止まらない。
I know.
私はこんなに不安なのに、マサヤはなんだか平気そうじゃない？
Don't squash your back against me so hard. It hurts.
冷たい水に入って私は冷静なのに、マサヤがマイペースなのかと考えると理不尽に思えてきて。
I think the pain you're currently putting me through is bothering me a lot more personally. She starts slapping the water again.
私とマサヤの間に断絶を感じる。何をするつもり？
I grab hold of Misaki's shoulders and push her down. Just thinking I should try and stop you from being so noisy.
その冗談はちょっと怖すぎると思う。
Misaki abruptly falls silent. Please, dear God, end my suffering. No more H scenes. You've been possessed by a cow?
牛になったら大会に出なくてもいいかな。
This again? A cow can still compete. Maybe if you didn't have legs like a snake. No, wait. I think we could still make that work.
非常すぎる。私は秋の大会に出るんだよね。
You sure are.
それは分かってる。分かってるんだけどな。めんどくさい。大会に出ることがじゃなくて自分がめんどくさい。なんでこんなことを何度も。
Maybe.
もしも
Maybe you won't get to show off everything you've got in the tournament, or maybe your sumo will fail horrible. But that's fine. Well, not fine, but if it happens, it happens.
そんなの絶対にありなんかじゃないと思う。だって私はこんなに練習したんだもん。
Her tone is sharp.
白瀬さんのためにも部長のためにも覆面選手のためにも全力を出さないといけないって思う。
Yes, keep talking about FC, please. That means you're not gonna talk about sexy time. True. I'm glad you feel that way.
だったらどうしてそんなことを言うわけ？
Shindo-san lost at the summer tournament without being able to give it everything he had. I know that it must have been traumatic for him, but he's managed to pick himself back up again. I don't know how he actually feels though. Maybe he doesn't ever want to play FC again. But I doubt that's the case. I think most coaches tell their players to go out there and give it everything you've got before the start of the match. That might be the exact way I send you out there. But even being able to give it everything you've got comes down to luck. Most people win or lose without ever reaching that point.
それはそうかもしれない。
You end up thinking, oh, I should have done this, or, if only I'd done that. Pretty often. No one wants to have those thoughts, but having them makes you stronger. It helps you grow. I was afraid of those thoughts. That's why I tried to play in a way that would never make me experience them. But that was one of the biggest sources of the pressure I faced.
そうなんだ。
You know, this could have happened not in the bathtub. I couldn't accept that there were things I couldn't do. You can't corner yourself like I did, Misaki. If you do, you'll end up broken, unable to move forward. Though sometimes, getting cornered is what reveals a person's true strength.
逆のこと言った？
We've practiced, researched, and prepared. What happens next is entirely in your hands.
私？
Only you control if it'll be a good result or a bad one. You just have to give it everything you've got. Don't be afraid of doing that. So just keep being annoying. Stay as you are. And whether or not you find your answers at the tournament, you'll still be Misaki. I can't speak for you, but that's fine in my books.
優しいような厳しいような言葉だにゃ。
I guess I was a bit strict.
私が私のままってことは結局この面倒な気持ちは最後まで消えてくれないわけか。
Yeah, but that's okay.
多分無理だと思うし、試合当日になったらまた面倒なことを言い出すと思うけど、少なくとも大会までは面倒なこと言うのを最後にしておく。
You don't have to force yourself to do that.
無理とは違うんだよね。少し心がふわふわしてるっていうか。
This music is really bothering me right now. I'm so scared that we're gonna have another H scene. I'm already recording for 2.5 hours, damn you! Airy!
そのふわふわっていうのは、そのね。
Yeah?
自分でもわからん。
You sound rather proud of that.
こう、もうちょっとでつかめそうな気はするんだけど、捉えきれない感じがふわふわなのかな。とにかく練習を頑張るだけですにゃ。
We've decided on our strategy, so you just need to follow it. Keep on practicing so that it becomes second nature to you. What's that sound? Misaki suddenly reaches out and turns off the switch powering the hot water. Why'd you turn it off?
冷たいのに慣れてきたし、それにこれはこれでいいなって思って。
You mean the cold water?
ほら、マサヤとくっついている場所は暖かいから、そういうのがいいかなって。
Don't do this, Misaki! Yeah, you have a point. My chest feels all warm where Misaki's leaning back into me. It feels like we're connected.
マサヤの体をこんなにはっきりと温度で感じるのはドキドキかもって。
Yeah, same here. The feeling of Misaki's warmth is getting me into a funky mood. No!
この暖かさはその興奮とは違うんだよ。そういうのじゃなくてマサヤの体を感じるのがいいってことで、その少し興奮するかも。
No, Misaki. So it is exciting her. Does this make it even better? No! Messiah, no! I wrap my arms around Misaki's tummy and squeeze. Okay, that's not too bad. Don't just squeal like that.
急にそんなとこ抱かれたら変な声くらい出るってば。
You can feel more of my warmth this way, right?
これはその
I can feel your warmth too.
もうマサヤはエッチなんだから。
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
恥ずかしくて息が荒くなってしまいそうだ。
Go ahead, it's cute. Stop, Messiah. You've been doing this for like an hour. Help me.
これだけのことで息が荒くなっちゃうなんて恥ずかしいよ。
Kinda weird how your warmth feels cute to me, huh?
私は全部可愛いんだから、体温だって可愛くて当然。ダメ、変な気持ちになっちゃうってば。まさか冷たいお風呂でこんな発見をしてしまうなんて。
Misaki wraps her arms around my hips. No!
私もマサヤに触れてあげるから。どう？私の腕あったかい？
Patreon.com/Azaikyousuke. I was gonna do a long episode if it meant I was gonna finish this, finish the route. But 218s, you serious? Yeah, really warm.
ドキドキがすごくなってきた。これまずいかも。
I don't think it's dangerous, you know.
絶対に変なことを言うつもりだよね。
I sure do.
どうぞ言ってください。
Sorry. If you turn to face me, we can hug properly. That'd probably feel pretty good, don't you think?
そんな恥ずかしいことはよくも。本気で言ってる？
Super serious.
あのね、背中と胸がくっついてるだけでこういう気分になってるのに、胸と胸を合わせたらもっとドキドキになるけど。
Man, I'm face palming so hard right now. Is there a problem with that? Sounds good to me.
私だってダメじゃない。だけどキスするよね。しないわけないよね。
I'm gonna record close to 3 hours, or actually 3 hours, for 2 sex scenes. Sex scenes in this story game. Yeah, obviously.
その先は？
After that, we'll think about that when we're done kissing. Misaki breathes an exaggerated sigh.
どうなっちゃうかなんて考えなくてもわかると思うけど。
True?
いいよ。体の向きを変えてあげる。
Water splashes around Misaki as she twists to my face. Misaki wriggles around to face me while leaning forward. I lean in as well. As her face approaches mine, our lips connect. I'm not voice acting that, Messiah. Her lips are soft, yet it feels like a pointed needle has been hammered right into my very core. No. We nibble on each other's lips. We're in the bathtub, so I should be cold, but I'm burning up more than anything. Grandma, please come back! Please stop this. Grandma, we've kissed loads of times by now, but I'm still just not used to it. Every time she stimulates my lips, and every time I stimulate hers, my feelings of love for her swell up inside me. We just finished having sex, and yet it's already evident that neither of us are going to be able to stop. Misaki takes my upper lip between hers and starts squidging down on it. What is that word? As if confirming the feel. She sucks on my lip. No. At first it felt good, but... As I place my hands on her shoulders and pull my head back, there's a loud pop as if a suction pad was just removed from glass. No. I might have internal bleeding after this, though at least people won't think my lips are red from hickeys? How do you actually say that? Hickeys? Hickeys? It hurts when you suck that hard.
なるほどなるほど。このくらいの強さですと痛いわけね。
Misaki dons a mischievous face, then raises a finger to her lips and giggles. Are we not gonna have sex? Please tell me we're not.
これからするから、その前に試してみたんだ。
Huh? A test? For what exactly? What she learned from sucking hard on my lips? Hell, is there anything to learn from sucking that hard on a person?
もう、わかってるくせに。
She says, squirming in embarrassment, but I honestly have no idea.
それでは。
Misaki clears her throat in an exaggerated manner.
卒業生代表、日向雅也くん、起立。
Graduating?
起立する人といえば、卒業生代表じゃない？
I mean, I see where you're coming from, but what the hell am I graduating from? Misaki seems to seriously consider this for a moment.
私からかな。
Please, I'm begging you, don't make me graduate.
私からじゃないとしたら、明日からかな。
You mean for my life? Who knew life was so fragile?
いいからほら、起立して。
She gonna blow me? Please, Misaki! But like, if I stand then... Well... Misaki gives me a firm nod.
さっき背中に当たってたから分かってる。もう起立しちゃってるんだよね。
Talk about cliche. What are you, an old man?
こんな美少女を捕まえておっさんとは失礼な。いいからほら、起立して。
I can't stop it. It's out of my control. Not talking about the dick, by the way. I'm talking about this H scene. You realize what you're asking, right? Misaki's face stiffens, but she forces a smile.
分かってなければ、こんなことを言わないと思うにゃ。
True. I mean, it's fine by me. But are you gonna be okay? We could just go at it.
マサヤが大丈夫なら、私も大丈夫。私からすると言ってるんだから、そんな心配をする必要ないのでは？
It's actually the guys who have plateaus, Messiah. Girls don't have plateaus. Fair point. If it was too much for her, she probably wouldn't have brought it up.
いつまで座ってるつもり？私が両脇に手を入れて持ち上げてあげようか。
I'm not a kid. Should I hide my front when I stand up? No, that wouldn't be manly. If anything, I should thrust my hips forward and make a proud display of... Nah, that'd be overkill. Just be natural about it. Yeah. As if... No normal moment in life involves showing off your junk. If you're showing it off, something strange is afoot. That's a fact, clear and simple. You could be a pricking porn actor. I breathe a sigh. Perhaps, and I think this will fade at some point, but perhaps I find the idea of Misaki looking at my loins embarrassing. However, more than that, I'm also happy that she wants to look at them. If anything, I think I actually want her to look at them too. Normally, I just can't understand exhibitionists, but right now, I kinda get it. And if that's how I feel, I just need to go along with it. I place my hands on the sides of the bathtub and stand up with a splash.
汚いとこを見せちゃってごめん。
Are we good to go? Please, end the scene. End it. Thank you for going all that way for me. And really, it wasn't disgusting at all.
もしかしてだけど飲まれるの嫌だった？
Of course I do. It makes me stupidly happy. But I feel like you're forcing yourself. And like, I'm sorry.
そんなこと思わなくていいってば。無理したい気分だったし、その興奮しきってたから、そのくらいしないと私の気持ちは落ち着かなかったというか。
I stroke her head. Thank you. Why are you bursting into laughter now?
エッチなことって非日常じゃない？だけど咳込んじゃってうがいをするってあまりにも日常っぽくて。
Misaki's eyes sparkle as she looks up at me.
そのうまく言えないけど、マサヤとのエッチなことも日常なんだなって考えたら。
Misaki gives a small nod.
そう思ったら嬉しくて笑っちゃった。
I stare at Misaki in blank amazement.
どうかした？
When I think about how you started laughing over that, my chest feels all weird and well, I'm still kind of worried about what's in your mouth, but I get the urge to pull you close and kiss you all over. Like a real bad urge.
口の中はもう何でもないから心配しないで。
A smile explodes onto her face.
抱きしめて、マサヤ。
She yells.
うわー、夏の暑さが気持ちいい。夏が体に染み込んでくる。
I'm gonna end the episode, my god. I can't blame the H scene, okay? Well, I can blame the spacing of the H scene. But the main blame for this episode being such a disappointment for me is the fact that I thought that I could get to the finale, get to the tournament arc, finish the tournament arc, and you know, overall, just give my thoughts on Misaki's route. I am not gonna lie to you guys. I actually feel like while the H scenes are good by themselves, the placement on them and romance, like, you know, romance bits that's in this game is very sidelined, way too long. That's why they always show you guys the romance part just here on this last chapter. Right? It doesn't feel very organic. I actually might say even that the all ages version of this game might be better. I don't know though. It's not like I hate the H scenes or anything. They by themselves are a-okay. I just feel like the romance in the game should have been paced out way better. Because the fact that the romance only happens once you get into a route, they're forced to put all of the H scenes, like, you know, in succession to the romantic scenes. And that actually ruins the pacing. This was what I was afraid of. This was what I was afraid of since the start of the, like, route, actually. And gotta say, it does actually lower my opinion of the game a tiny bit. Especially because of how long that H scene was. Well, not how long, but, you know, like, the first H scene and the second H scene wasn't too bad. But this third and fourth one was like 30 minutes in between. Like, God. That was horrible. That was actually horrible. I mean, if you guys want the story... If you guys want to like relate to the story and be like Misaki's boyfriend or something, maybe that would actually... that would have actually been good. But when I play these games, I don't really become the characters themselves, you know? Well, at least I don't try to become someone like lovey-dovey like Messiah here, right? When it becomes like someone evil or someone funny like Rance, it's fun to act like them, but I feel like when you're lovey-dovey with a character, it's just awkward. And yeah, it just doesn't work for me. I get the like reasoning behind why people do this though. Right? People actually sometimes want to have this sort of relationship in a story that they do, or in a story that they read, I mean. But to me, that doesn't work. I really don't have the capacity for that. But yeah, for once, I actually am gonna say it. Yeah, I think you guys want to play this. Play the all ages version. Because those scenes ruined Misaki's route a tiny bit for me. Whew. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode though. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting those... what do I usually say? God damn it. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. The uncensored scenes themselves are, in my opinion, very good. But like I said, if you were reading for the story, it ruins it. Yeah, for me, it ruins it for sure. And also, Patreon now has free members for you guys on YouTube that aren't a free member yet on Patreon. Do feel free to join as a free member, because that's where I'll be putting first episodes of future playthroughs that aren't on YouTube yet. Whew. I can now stop the recording session after 3 hours and 11 minutes. Mind you, an hour of that is the sex scene, or you know, are the sex scenes, and then another hour of that is pillow talk. Where's the FC? I'll see you guys in the next one.